This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet lovers. This is Michelle Fern, your host on Best Bets for Pets. You know, it's devastating when your fur babes are, sick. As pet parents are just, what do we do? How can we make them feel better? Well, I have a product that not only will make them feel better, is better for their health ongoing and helps with a multitude of issues. We're going to talk to someone from the brand. We'll be right back.
Take a bite out of your competition. Advertise your business with an ad in Pet Life Radio podcasts and radio shows. There is no other pet-related media that is as large and reaches more pet parents and pet lovers than Pet Life Radio. With over 7 million monthly listeners, Pet Life Radio podcasts are available on all major podcast platforms, and our live radio stream goes out to over 250 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, Odyssey, TuneIn, Stitcher, and other streaming apps. For more information on how you can advertise on the #1 pet podcast and radio network, visit PetLifeRadio.com/advertise today.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to welcome Lori Head. She is the Director of U.S. Operations for KittyRade and DoggyRade. Welcome, Lori.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you having us.
I'm so glad you're on here. Now, what exactly is KittyRade and DoggyRade? Because when people are thinking of the names right away, they go to that drink, which is blah, 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 aid for people. But this isn't quite the same thing.
No, you're close. I mean, it is similar to like a Gatorade for humans, but it's formulated by veterinarians for your pets. So it's more than just water. So most animals, most pets, most fur babies, all they get is just water. So one of our inventors, Dr. Ava Firth, she is a board certified specialist in veterinary emergency and critical care. And that's where she spent most of her career, is in emergency vet care. So she saw a great need for a product that would help not only critical patients that are sick, but also our pets at home every day. So hydration is extremely important for pets, and water doesn't always give them, it doesn't contain the necessary electrolytes that help hydrate your pets by replacing minerals and nutrients that their bodies use and need. So she has developed a line of products that is developed specifically for cats and dogs. So our products, DoggyRade and KittyRade, are actually isotonic solutions, which means a solution that has the same salt concentration as your cells or blood. So it contains an electrolyte balance similar to plasma in the bloodstream. So everything they drink from DoggyRade and KittyRade is going to be used in their system. Nothing's going to go to waste.
Okay. What about, this sounds like a great product. I tried it on Nikki. He loved it. Tried it with the kitties and they loved it. But what about for your cats and dogs? And I could see it for cats and dogs that exert themselves. What about for, maybe your older dog or your cats are just laying around the house, or, do they need something like this? Is it more for working dogs? And well, there's working cats too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is for a wide range of cats and dogs. For instance, DoggyRade. So even if it's just their couch potato dog laying at home, they still are going to need essential amino acids and the necessary electrolytes to replenish their system, even if they're not out running and being active. So DoggyRade contains those electrolytes to help them get rehydrated, but it also contains prebiotics, which help to support gut health, improve digestion and nutrients absorption. So most dogs, when they come into a veterinary clinic, 9 out of 10 of them are experiencing a GI issue. So DoggyRade targets the small intestine to help that small intestine, and then also the prebiotics in the upper gut, it helps to feed those probiotics in the lower gut. So if they're experiencing diarrhea or some kind of a GI issue, they're going to have the electrolytes and the amino acids to replenish those cells. And they're also going to have that prebiotic to help with the gut health and development and just to keep it stimulated.
Does it matter at what age you start doing this? I know that, for some cares, it start them from a puppy and ongoing. And sometimes it's okay to start at mid-health. What if you have an older dog? Always you should check with your vet, but an older dog, their stomach might be more sensitive. Is it going to disrupt things for an older dog or older kitty?
Absolutely not. Actually, I'm going to touch on KittyRade on this subject because I have a personal story that I want to share with you. My daughter-in-law has a 15-year-old male cat. So he was having problems digesting his dry food. He was throwing it back up. He was vomiting every time he ate. So she took him to the vet, and the vet said, well, he's older and he's not able to digest the dry food. So he's just regurgitating it. So he said, you're going to have to put him on a special diet, wet food diet, and you're going to have to feed him this special wet food diet for the remainder of his life. So we came out with these products, KittyRade. She checked with his vet, and the vet said, absolutely, give it a try. So now we top dress his dry food with KittyRade. So KittyRade actually helps him break down that dry food, and it makes it digestible for him now. The enzyme helps break down that dry food so he can actually digest it. And he has absolutely no problems now digesting that food. And KittyRade has the prebiotics in it. And I think that's part of what helps him digest and break down that food in his stomach and his small intestine so he can pass it. So he's doing 100 now. His coat's better. And also KittyRade, it contains taurine, which is good for eye and heart health in cats. So kitties are notorious fussy drinkers. So a lot of cats do not get the water that they need to stay hydrated, which is why most cats have experienced kidney disease, which is the leading illness in cats. So KittyRade encourages the fluid intake. It's fast, reliable hydration. And then again, it has the taurine to help, which is an essential amino acid for cats, which helps promote eye and heart health.
I want to ask you something, and I'm happy to hear about your cat. I had a situation with Dennis. He's a obviously male cat, years ago. And I found out it's kind of common that male cats get crystals in their urine, and I don't know that it's from just dry food. My cats get a combination of wet and dry, but would something like KittyRade be a good preventative for that? We're not vets, so possibly it could, but keep in mind that this is common. It's very common. Let me tell you, it's very expensive too for the surgery. Very popular, that ailment for male cats, that they get these crystals in their urine. So how would be a good preventative?
Michelle, you're right. I'm not a veterinarian either, but I believe that most of the time that the crystals in the kidneys are due because they don't drink enough water. So they don't have that fluid intake to flush their system out, including their kidneys. So we did a palatability test on KittyRade, and 94% of the cats went to KittyRade and drank before they'd go to the water, but then they'd go to the water and drink, I think, to cleanse their palates. So, and KittyRade, our products are 90% water-based. So it's not a replacement for water, but it is better than water. So they're going to drink it. It's very palatable. Most cats, they don't like to drink water because either it smells funny or it tastes funny, the chlorine in it. There's different, again, cats are fussy drinkers. So this encourages them to drink more, and that will help with those issues, especially in the kidneys, because of not intaking enough fluids to stay hydrated and cleanse their system, from drinking it to urinating.
Okay, let's take a short break, and then we're going to talk about, there's a few different products for DoggyRade and KittyRade. So we're going to talk about those when we get back. We'll be right back after this break. Hey everyone, Michelle Fern here. I was fostering a puppy for a friend this week, and I was so glad I had the Diggs Revel collapsible dog crate. This crate is fantastic. It ticks all the boxes, and as always with Diggs, it's safety first. No need to worry about injuries to paws or jaws. It's convenient. It sets up in less than a minute. You can raise and collapse it with one hand. Easy to transport and easy to clean. And you know what? It looks great too, like a piece of furniture. I love it. And if you're traveling this summer, make sure you check out Dig's 5-star crash test rated passenger travel carrier. The passenger travel carrier is small enough to fit right under your airline seat, but with plenty of space for your fur babe. And I have a special offer for you. For a limited time, get 15% off your entire Dig's order. Go to digs.pet and use promo code PETLIFE15. That's DIGGS.pet with promo code PETLIFE15 to get 15% off your entire order. Order today.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking to Lori Head about KittyRade and DoggyRade. Okay, Lori, so there's a couple of different problems. Let's start with dogs. So there's the main DoggyRade, there's a YummyRade, there's a DoggyRade Pro. What is the difference between all these 3 items?
Yeah, DoggyRade is our over-the-counter product. It's sold in 8.4 fluid ounces or 16.9 fluid ounces, bigger package for larger dogs. So they contain the necessary electrolytes to help keep your pets hydrated. And they also contain prebiotics that help support gut health, improve digestion and nutrient absorption. So, that's what DoggyRade is. It is a daily additive or supplement that you can give your dog to just improve gut health and digestion and also keep them hydrated. So DoggyRade Pro is actually our vet product that's sold through the veterinarians or vet clinics. And it is like DoggyRade, but it is double the amino acids and double the prebiotics. So most of the time in vet clinics or critical care, you have a pet patient that cannot drink or eat because they don't feel good and they're not eating and drinking. So DoggyRade Pro can be given through an NG tube, so they can feed that animal when it's not able or will not eat or drink. So the prebiotics and the amino acids that work in the intestine to help keep those cells alive. If they're not eating or drinking, those cells are going to die. So our products, especially in critical care, will help keep those pets, the gut cells alive so that when they are able to get up and eat and drink on their own, and it helps them return to a natural food diet, a solid diet when they feel better or they're able to eat or drink. So that's kind of the DoggyRade line of products. Now, KittyRade is just over the counter.
That is YummyRade.
YummyRade is actually our low-calorie, low-fat gravy meal enhancer. So a lot of times dry food it's just tasteless or it's not palatable and it's very bland and dry. So it also often lacks the digestive enzymes that are found in raw foods and lack of variety, lots of grains, and many pets are ill-equipped to handle those products, those lots of grain products. So what it does is you can top it on dry food, so it makes it more palatable. And YummyRade also contains prebiotics. So again, we're helping in the gut to be able to keep that gut healthy and active. So it's been a very popular product. There's a lot of gravy meal toppers out there, but they're usually high calorie and high fat. And all of our product lines are low calorie, low fat. They are non-GMO, they are gluten and grain free, and they are highly palatable. A lot of times they'll say, well, my pet's a fussy eater or drinker. There's no way they're going to do that. But all of our products are made of hydrolyzed chicken liver. So they're very palatable and it is hydrolyzed. So we have it's void of allergens. So hydrolyzed chicken liver. So pets with chicken allergies should have no ill effects from the chicken liver that's in the products.
Okay. And they're all over the counter except for the DoggyRade Pro.
Yeah, all over the counter except for DoggyRade Pro. And again, they're all formulated by veterinarians specifically for your pets.
Okay, so let's talk about how would I start my fur babe on these products? Pour some in a bowl for the KittyRade, or should I put that on food, or just the YummyRade goes on food? How would I start?
You bet. The KittyRade, you can put in a bowl, definitely put it in a bowl. You have to give it a little bit of a chance though. So, I had a friend try it and she said she kept trying to snap a picture of her cat drinking it because she wanted to show me that the cat liked it. But every time she stood there and watched that cat, wouldn't drink, but she'd leave or go out of the room and that cat would come back and clean that bowl up. So, it kind of have to just let them take time to get used to it. And then once they do, they're going to go to it. I have a friend that has a cat now that when her bowl's empty and she wants some of that KittyRade, she'll come speak to her and won't quit speaking to her until she goes put some KittyRade in the bowl for her. So you want to definitely check with your vet first. We don't want, to give anything that maybe wouldn't be vet approved, but like I said, it is over the counter and it's all safe. So I think you just start slow. You can top it on dry food for cat and dogs, but I think it's ready to use. So you can just pour it out of the pouch in a bowl, leave it for him to drink. And then that pouch is good for 24 months unopened. And then once it's open, it's good in the refrigerator for 3 to 7 days. We say 3 days on the pouch, but we've had customers say, hey, I've gotten 7 days out of it. We just say that if the pouch starts to smell different or it starts bloating, to definitely throw it away.
Okay. And we talked about this a little bit, but this seems like this might be a really, really good product, especially for your really old, dogs and cats. What is the difference that you've seen in your different clients that you've heard comments on for, older dogs or cats that are maybe not doing so well? Does this do they become, young again? Kind of. Nothing's magic to make your, 15-year-old dog like a 5-year-old again. But have you had stories about this?
I think that if I had to pick one subject to talk about as far as older animals and why our product would be good for older animals, it would probably have to be the prebiotics in our products. And I say that because gut health is very important. Even as humans, usually if you have good gut health, you're in good health. It all surrounds that gut and how you, whether you eat well, whether you don't eat well, it just becomes habit, So I think in older pets, the prebiotics, I think would be a great add to their regular diet just to help create a better, healthier gut for them. And also, older pets, when they don't feel good, they don't eat or drink. So, I think I know as I get older, I sometimes don't feel good. So I don't want to eat or drink, but you still have to stay hydrated. So I still think that option to keep them hydrated with the essential amino acids and electrolytes would be very important too, not only for younger active dogs, but older dogs.
Okay. I'm sure the same for cats.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same for cats. And again, cats don't drink enough, even if they're young or old. So just encouraging them to go drink and drink more is going to be beneficial for any cat at any age.
Okay. What about, this is probably obscure kind of a question, but I'm sure people are thinking about it. What about breeds? Are there any breeds that you would not want to give this to? Or, dogs and cats for the most part are built the same, except for dogs with different snouts. They're different, yes, but they're not that. Dogs are not cats, but you know what I mean. Chihuahua can use this as well as a Great Dane.
Absolutely. There's feeding directions on the back of the pouches. So it is all based off of the size of your pet. So we don't discriminate. Any pet of any size and any breed, they're not going to have any problems with our product. I think they're going to all love it and they're going to all drink it and they're all going to benefit from it.
Okay. Are there smaller sizes available for smaller dogs since the pouch is only maybe 3 to 5 days in the fridge?
We have a 250 ml or an 8.4 fluid ounce pouch. That's our smallest pouch. And you can feed this up to 1 or 2 times a day if you want. So, I think it's very easy to use that pouch up in that 3 to 5 days. I don't think they'll have any problems with it. And then with the larger dogs, for instance, like you said, a Great Dane, we have a 500 ml pouch. So, which is a 16.9 fluid ounces and it accommodate that bigger dog.
Okay. I just thought of something because summer's coming. Can you freeze it?
Absolutely, you can. That's a good question, Michelle. You can freeze it and you can make little popsicles out of it. And they love them. I think that's a quick, refreshing, cold treat for them. So they're not, to give them something to actually to bite on, they love it. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then let's talk about where people can find DoggyRade and KittyRade.
Absolutely. Well, currently, we are a new product, so we are trying to get our name out there, but we are on Chewy and Amazon. So you can get on there and buy our products, or you can get on us.doggyrade.com. Our contact information is on our website, and you're welcome to contact us directly.
Okay, and the website is?
us.doggyrade.com.
Lori, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and sharing this fantastic information about DoggyRade and KittyRade, but a great way to keep our fur babes healthy. So thank you so much.
Michelle, thank you. We appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
I have to say, this is a great product. I tried it on the kitties and I tried it on Nikki, the dog, and they loved it. And I have to say, you think kitties are picky? No, Nikki is the pickiest of the bunch. The cats sometimes eat the dog food, which is weird. So, it's usually the other way around, but they all loved it. I had no problem with Nikki drinking up the DoggyRade and trying that. I tried the YummyRade on his food and he ate it this time instead of pushing it all over the house. The cats all loved it. No problems there. So be sure to check out DoggyRade and KittyRade. It's good to have on hand too. Should your pet become a little bit under the weather, that happens sometimes. They're not so sick, but a little under the weather. But be sure to check with your veterinarian first. And as always, thank you to my guests for coming on Best Bets for Pets. Thank you to Nikki, Dennis, Charlotte, Molly, Jethro, and Sammy for testing out DoggyRade and KittyRade. Thank you to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound amazing. And huge thank you to everyone listening to Best Bets for Pets. I appreciate it so much. We have had tons and tons of products on Best Bets for Pets. So, do a search on Pet Life Radio page. You'll find it. There's just so many different products that we've had on, a plethora of products. So be sure to check out some older episodes. And again, keep listening. You never know what we're going to have on Best Bets for Pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.